Hello, everyone. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you. As you grow at the Golden Boot, so do our needs, but we cannot do it without you. We ask that you continue to like our posts, share our content, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. You may also visit thegoldenboot.com for the latest merch. If you would like to make a financial donation, you can do so through Cash App at @Golden Boot or through PayPal at paypal.me/Golden Boot. We look forward to bringing you more laughs, knowledge, and entertainment. And again, thank you for your endless support. Sincerely and respectfully, the Golden Boot team.
The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. We got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building, and we watching the close and going down to the wire, man. But how you doing on this Sunday?
Trying to let them back in, huh?
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, my bad. All right, I ain't gonna be doing this all show, but it's a good one, man. Men's and women's tournament has been great. Men's tournament. Listen, it's what you love to see. As much as we love having those blue bloods win and how good it may be, the chaos is what makes the game so good, man.
We starting now, or do I need to save my thoughts on that for a little while?
Let's start there, man, because 3 minutes gonna be up in a little bit.
All right. Let's start with the men's.
Yes, let's do that.
All right, so you got a non-traditional Final Four, I guess would be the way that you could classify that. You got no top 3 seed for the first time since like the 70s or something like that. But you got a 5 seed San Diego State, a 5 seed Miami, a 9 seed FAU, and who the other team? Oh, UConn. 4 seed UConn, yeah. So, but if you look at it, if you're a true college basketball fan and you're not just one of these tournament watchers and stuff like that, then you know that these are 4 of the best teams in the country, statistically. I mean, you got the number 1 team, UConn, for most of the year. You got, as far as statistically, I'm not talking about polls and stuff like that. Right. I'm talking about like Ken Palm and net rating and stuff like that. I mean, you had San Diego State, who's top 10 all year. FAU has beaten 2 SEC teams and only has 3 losses on the season. And I mean, Miami is a team that has been playing great ball, but they've been flying under the radar all season. And if they won the ACC tournament, which was pretty tough conference. I know it was a down year for the Blue Bloods of that conference, but it was still a tough conference. And they've been playing hot all year. So, I think while we don't have a blue blood in it, so to speak, you got 4 deserving teams. So I think that in a sense, it's kind of what you really want to see. No matter the name on the front, you want 4 teams who deserve to be there.
San Diego State, number 1 defense in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Florida Atlantic has lost 3 games all season.
Yep.
Miami, arguably the best team in the ACC.
No, they ain't no arguably about it. They are this year.
UConn, somebody posted up. They start the year as the best team in men's college basketball, and went through the gauntlet of their conference, and yeah, they could possibly end up being the best team at the end as well. I love the fact that every time we have talked on this show, on any show about, hey, well, such and such got knocked out. Who you got? Well, I like this team. I like that team. I like this team. I like that team. Blah blah blah. And that team get knocked out. And as crazy as it is, I love to be wrong in this aspect. I love to be wrong in this aspect because the chaos it is. Like I said, this is what makes the NCAA tournament as good as it is. We would never. I ain't gonna say never. We would most likely not see this in football.
No, you wouldn't.
You'll see an upset maybe or day, you know what I'm saying, what you call it. But when it comes down to them Final Four, you're going to see the same 2 or 3 teams and something like that. So,
yeah. I was just about to say what Andrew Martin said. He said UConn won all their tournament games by double digit. They are lethal. They won all their tournament games by at least 15 points. That hadn't happened since the 70s. Yeah, they rolling, bro. They got the perfect mix. They got an inside presence. They got guard play. They play defense, and it's just, I mean, they got everything you need to be successful, and they're hot at the right time. So I mean, they're gonna be tough to beat. But every team who's in it is gonna be tough to beat. You know, they're in it for a reason. So I as a basketball fan, I love it because it's for a quality opponent. You know what I mean? And you really don't know who's gonna win right now.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't know if Jordan's here, but I saw when he put it early. He said, "Love the shade," talking about the name of the episode, right place, right time. If y'all didn't catch that,
can we talk about that?
Yeah, what's good?
Can we talk about is that like I understand the distractions off the yeah, he couldn't up.
Yeah, he wanted to be on the episode too.
He couldn't up. But y'all excuse little man. He trying to make sure his voice heard too.
He telling you wrong on something. Daddy.
Yeah, he been telling me that our tournament is what he been telling me. But now I say that the Alabama team with all the hype and everything. I know they had all the distractions and stuff, but for them to go out the way they went out, that's got to be pretty embarrassing, right? Like
they were up, let that game slip.
I mean, not just slip; it's slip. You know what I mean? Like I think that, and then Houston the same way. Like
I picked them,
but like Houston, if Houston to get blown out the way they did, Gonzaga to get blown, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't that the fact that these top teams lost; it's the fashion that they lost in. Now, a lot of these games wasn't even competitive, and
big facts.
And for a team, back to Alabama though, for a team who is so cocky, in the face of all of the controversy, so for lack of a better word, for the fan base that was that cocky, I just kind of glad to see them humbled in the way that they were humbled, and for. Not that I wish anything on him personally, but on the court, their best player, was nowhere to be found, and it was just pretty fitting that it ended the way it ended.
Yeah.
Like you said, right place, right time.
Who was I talking about when I said I was telling somebody? I said I wouldn't care. I don't care. It might have been on Blake's show on AYS. I said I don't care if Alabama was playing Putin. I might be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I ain't never really had a problem with Alabama.
Let's go, Kremlin. No,
I know they do crazy. I ain't never really had a problem with Alabama. Even
it's personal for me.
I understand you, but I'm just saying, like, but I will say I dislike Nate Oates more than I dislike Nick Saban.
Okay.
Just because, like, the whole Will Wade Natos thing, get out my gym, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of like, and he ain't won nothing. He ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? Like and Nick Saban, he got that little cocky little arrogance to him, but he don't do nothing that theatrical and those type of antics. But even if he did, he got a right to do that. When you look at his hand and you see all the rings,
Yeah.
Natos ain't done nothing.
Yeah, that's big facts. That's big facts. Update. You got LSU is up 57-31 with
they turned the gas up on him real quick.
With 57.3 left. Sorry to our good friend Julian. He said looking forward to a good show and to end off this good game between the Canes and Tigers. At least you got one there.
I'm about to say he ain't got nothing to hang his head about.
Oh,
he got
no,
both
not
teams
at
that
all.
made it this far. That's for a football school. That's pretty impressive. Or a baseball school.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna get there because there's a couple schools kind of flipping sports. We're gonna get there. But shout out to Miss Nikki, man. She's a happy Sunday family. Cousin Nikki was at practice, got a picture with Blake.
Yeah, I seen her down there at practice.
Yeah, got Blake. She was coaching the D line. We're gonna get that too. She was helping them out.
Petty.
Man, she was helping them out, man. She's just saying with their technique. Dave in the building. So what's up? Chuck is always in here. Appreciate you for being here, Chuck. And Andrew know the business. He said Kremlin and Crimson are all too similar. Yep. So dictatorships. Oh, she said she met Big Pressure too.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, she must have some smoke by you then.
I think she did. I did see her tap in for smoke by you.
Yeah, she be up. Yeah.
So, he said, still crying. Tears of joy.
Congratulations too, bro. Y'all deserve that.
Man, I tell you, hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I want to give Julian a big shout out. Julian, behind the scenes, man, he'll send me, not me. He'll send us messages with different stuff, different topics and stuff. Julian will talk with us about, so we bring him on, talk baseball, but Julian will chop it up with us about, all sports. And it's never a trolling thing. When there was the big Twitter space beef between Miami and LSU fans, Julian came in there humble, spoke facts, and be like, man, hey, y'all got to chill. So he was kind of voice of reason. So I always appreciated Julian for that. So, and then he be helping me, give me, talking to me about young Ichiro. That dude there, something else too. Young Ichiro, man. He had his birthday yesterday. Had me out in the sun all day with track practice, and then luckily baseball practice got canceled. He ain't like that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, my son's birthday party was yesterday. The party started at 2:00. He fell asleep at 1:58.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. What's up? That's how I go. I mean, I wish Dilla had fell asleep. I could told all his friends, hey, party council. I could have said
it was too late. Everybody was already at
man, Sal could have said. How do you, saying, I want to have my party at Top Golf. Okay. We get Top Golf. Friends get there. They be like, oh, they got a foosball table. All of them left. Are you serious? All this money. Look, we got 2 hours. You better come in. Somebody better swing something. But anyway, we're here to talk about the women.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Can we talk about the upset?
Go ahead, man. Tell me about let's talk about that first.
UConn women did not make the Final Four for the first time in 17 years. Think about that, bro.
Gene Auriemma.
Think about that, bro. 17 years.
Gene Auriemma falling off.
I can't even go that far, dog.
Nah, man. But listen, I will say this. I think he is getting a little soft.
Well, I think it's more parity in the game now, bro.
No, that's true.
I think you have more coaches, like more elite. I ain't gonna say elite, but you have more great coaches.
Can we say established coaches?
Well, that not just that. I mean, because you had coaches in the past that were established, but that weren't at the level that the coaches we have now. Like Don Staley, you got obviously you got Vanderveer. She's been in Stanford doing her thing, but it's like the rise of Tennessee coming back to prominence under their coach. Now you got Mulkey and LSU still being Mulkey, but now Baylor still has its presence at Baylor is. You know what I mean? So now then you got Ohio State, and you know they're starting to kind of emerge lately as a kind of a power in the Big Ten, and Indiana women kind of, you know what I mean. So you have more and more women coaches who are starting to become power. So he ain't Calipari in that thing talent wise. He ain't getting all 5 of the top 10 players. You know what I mean. So the talent gap is kind of balancing out in a sense. So he doesn't have such a big talent advantage.
Big
So,
point.
Yeah.
Ms. Nikki points out, said there's more parity in recruiting, more than just more parity in coaches.
That's true too. I mean, with the explosion of all these recruiting services and the AAU circuit blowing up as it has and stuff like that in the past, 10 years or so, he hasn't been able to just have a monopoly of the talent. You know what I mean? Like there's other schools who putting more resources into recruiting to be able to go to more camps and you know what I mean, to be able to do a better job with finding top talent. I mean, when you look at what Notre Dame has been able to do, getting talent in there. If you look at what Stanford always has been able to do, I mean, like it's teams catching up to the UConn. So I mean, he's still probably the best coach. Well, X and O's coach, arguably, and he's up there, but he just doesn't have a monopoly on the talent like he used to.
Gotcha. LSU, Kim Mulkey just pulled all the starters, so 7.2 seconds left. LSU's going to go on and win this. It's 12-point win.
I will say I didn't think they would be able to do it this year, but they did.
Miami is also pulling all their starters. So I do want to, since we talking about the women, man, Angel Reese, congratulations, man. Angel Reese tonight set the I said Miami was pulling all their starters. It like they just pulled one. Angel Reese set the SEC record for most double doubles in a season with 32 tonight. She got that right at the beginning of like the third quarter.
Yeah. Speaking of impressive records, shout out to Newell from Kansas State. My boy broke the tournament record for assists, not only in the game, but for a tournament as well. He had over 50 assists in the tournament, which is ridiculous. And Drew Timme moved in the top 10, not scoring all time in the tournament history, but he been at Gonzaga for like 12 years, so they really ain't that impressive to me.
Hey, speaking of Newell, man, I just want to bring this up. So y'all see this picture up here when I was making this graphic. young Ichiro, aka Dylan, came in and was like, Ant play basketball? So what are you talking about? He said, oh, my bad. I thought that was Ant. Boy, I was rolling. So your boy thought you was up there in the graphic guarding FAU.
Chill out, man. Hey, that young man can ball. I will say that he was very impressive. Very impressive.
Before this game, golly, and I didn't. Actually, I do know where I can find it. Hold on. For this game, it was Slam put it out. Angel Reese. This was before this game started. She had in her in the tournament so far 76 points, 51 rebounds, 12 blocks and 7 steals. She said she's the only player across Division I basketball, WNBA, and NBA to record 76 points, 51 rebounds, 12 blocks, and 7 steals in the span of 3 games.
Crazy, bro. And tonight she had a terrible night from the floor as far as shooting percentage wise, but she just grabs 18 boards. 13 points, which that's low for her, but 13 and 18 is an off night. Like, man, come on, bro. It's ridiculous.
Man, go figure, man. That's huge, bro. Huge for her. She's also ranked in the top 10 of all student athletes with NIL deals. Not the actual amount, but the number of NIL deals. I think she has right now 17 listed NIL deals. So man, congratulations to her. Bayou Barbie.
Yeah. Um, and LSU the first women's team to punch their ticket to the Final Four, and they will play the winner of number one seed Virginia Tech or Ohio State, who knocked LSU out last year. Yeah,
Hey, 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 call it back up. Hey, back up.
but yeah, so they could play the team that knocked them out last year in Ohio State, and
Okay.
and I know it's probably not likely, but Angela Reese's former team is still alive also.
Mm.
She could potentially see her former team in the national championship game. I'm just saying. It's not likely they play South Carolina next. So
Bro,
I
the
don't see Maryland.
storylines.
I don't see Maryland beating
Yeah.
South Carolina. But I'm just saying it would be a great and then or they could play, Caitlin Clark, in the national championship game, which would be, obviously the two best players, arguably two of the best players in the country facing each other, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Or they could play South Carolina again,
Yeah.
which we thought would be the third matchup between these two teams,
Be the
but would
second though.
ultimately be the second. So yeah, it's obviously they got to get through either Virginia Tech or Ohio State first, but very interesting potential opponents in the national championship game for LSU.
Yeah. Right now, Louisville is playing Iowa. Louisville is up 6-0 right now in that game. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game too between two very talented scorers too. Caitlin
yeah.
Clark, obviously everybody knows, but Haley Van Lip, haven't said her last name. I can't
Yeah.
pronounce, but yeah, she cold too.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Vanessa Bryant gifted the Lady Tigers the Kobe 6 Grinches?
Yes, I saw that. That's not the first time Vanessa Bryan has gifted them some shoes.
Man,
I want to know the connection.
I do too. I
I'm
do too.
assuming it's Kim Mulkey in some way, shape, or form, but I don't know how.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have to agree. I don't know how, but yeah. By the way, we'll have this on the docket. Did you see? Because I want to get your thoughts on it. Going through the handshake line, Memphis and who were they playing? Was it Texas? The ladies team.
But that was Louisville in Texas.
Louisville and
Yeah,
no. It was girl Memphis and Texas. Memphis and somebody in the WNIT. And the girl
oh
from
no, I
Memphis,
didn't see that.
yeah, the girl from Memphis, I forget who they were playing. Give me 1 second, because
I thought you were talking about between Louisville and whatever. There was some words exchanged.
no, this one was worse than words. This one was let's see, and that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on.
It was an altercation.
Altercation, the punch was thrown.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
By a
Young
Memphis
lady,
player?
Memphis player punched the young lady. They're now
Josh
talking about
Johnson says Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. There you go. She punched the young lady. Obviously words were exchanged because they stopped and they were talking back and forth to each other. And then all of a sudden, the girl from Memphis punched her, punched the young lady, the other young lady, and they were talking about pressing
Violent
charges.
charges.
Yeah, assault charges.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really
Yeah.
speak too much on it. But
And some people were saying, "Go
I
ahead."
think that Michigan State incident where they filed charges on that, I think that opened up a can of worms for these type of situations.
You talking about the football one or the?
Yeah, the football, the brawl
Okay.
that they had.
I think that's different because this,
I
and I
mean,
get
I
what you're
think
saying.
so, I think so too, but I think that kind of blurred the lines of
Yeah, that's true.
separating sport and court. You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
just because it happened in the field of play or in the arena doesn't mean you can't get criminal charges from that situation.
Yeah. This was my question would be, because someone made the statement that maybe it's time we didn't make it mandatory for these
I've been
handshake
saying that.
lines.
I've been saying that. There's too much passion in the heat, especially when you get to this stage, like in the NCAA tournament, or like national championship in football. You know what I mean? When you get to that kind of stage, and I just feel like there's too much emotion and there's too much pent up. You know what I mean? And that's really not the time for them to like. If they want to do it, cool, but I don't think it should be forced.
Yeah. Let's move to the NBA for a little bit. It will make it quick. Yeah. I see Nick ain't been back.
Oh, you petty.
Yeah, he got mad. Nick ain't been back since I told him
you petty.
what was gonna happen. But LeBron did make his return today. They did lose.
Off bench.
Say that again.
Off the bench.
Yeah, he made his return today. They did lose. The Lakers did lose today to the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly scored on LeBron and did the too small. So,
hey, what would you rank him in all-time trolls?
I don't know where I'll rank him. Nick said, "What happened? What's good, Nick? I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen you since a couple days ago." But nah, all-time trolls. He probably up there. He's probably, I think he's probably top five. Top five.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
But I tell you what, he probably got a top three all-time mama.
Boy, you crazy.
Did you see his mama with the jersey exchange?
Yeah, I saw that. He ain't liked it too much.
Yeah, I bet he did. I liked it. Yeah. His mama. He gained a little respect from me after that. What? Because
boy, you crazy.
But
yeah, Lance Stevens
got to be up there. Lance Stevens a bigger troll than him, bro. Everybody still remember the blow
blowing in the
yeah. Lance Stevenson once took a charge and laid on the ground like he was hurt forever,
and then pop up in 30 seconds.
Popped up smiling. That was too funny. I did find this interesting. Luka Doncic picked up his 16 technical foul today. He's going to have a mandatory suspension.
Yeah, him and Dylan Brooks and Draymond all been suspended for too many technical fouls. Two of them are kind of not surprising when you consider.
Dylan Brooks and Draymond. Yeah.
Well, Luka isn't very surprising when you consider the fact that he whines a lot.
That is true.
A lot.
That is true.
But I think that his is kind of because he's his star caliber, I guess. You know what I mean? It kind of flies under the radar, but he gets a lot of technicals.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nick. Wow, Nick.
Yeah, Nick don't like him. Miss Nikki said Rodman will always be number one.
Yeah, I think KG got to be up there too. KG was a great
KG
troll.
Definitely one of my favorite trolls. Now in the NBA, I'm gonna tell you somebody who's one of my favorite trolls in the NFL, but you wouldn't necessarily think they were because of how they play and their personality. But somebody was, and the only reason I know that they are troll is because somebody else was talking about. I said Richard Sherman was talking about. I said, man, that's the only person I can't talk trash to. Said because of how they play and their responses. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
He said, you know what I'm saying? You do something, he like, oh, thank you. It's like you try to troll. Oh, thank you. Tim Duncan is up in the NBA like that.
It's like Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck trolled without trying to troll. You know what I mean? You tackle him, good hit, man. Like, you know what I mean? You like, yeah. I just hit this dude as hard as I could. And he like good. Like, is he? You know, he playing the mind games with you without even trying to play mind games with you.
Without going too far, I don't want to go too far in the football yet. Top two worst voices in NFL: Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes.
Andrew Luck, yes.
All right,
I'm trying to think of some more, but yeah, them two gonna be hard to beat for sure. All
right, you want to talk baseball? Or you want to stay in football for a minute?
Yeah, you the host, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Run it, man.
We'll stay in football.
We could take football.
We'll take football. The Saints, man. We ain't talk about this. Saints signed Jonathan Abrams, former Vegas Raider cornerback. Before he got into it wasn't legal trouble. It was conflict with the coach.
Yeah, he ended up in Seattle, I think. No, where he ended up? Was it Seattle? I think it was Seattle. But I'm just interested to see how he's gonna fit with the Saints. Um, he did some of his best work in his career when he was in the box, kind of like Chauncey Gardner in a sense, except I don't know how good at covering in the slot Abrams would be. So I'm just interested to see how they use him. Putting him all in the putting him in the slot, in the box and kind of just letting him go make plays on the ball, but not really asking him to do too much covering, I would assume.
Yeah, he went from Vegas to Green Bay. He was with Green Bay and Seattle last year. So
okay. But yeah, so that would kind of be my I don't really know how they use him. I like it as far as low risk, high reward in a sense. But I just don't know how he's gonna fit. But one thing I will give Da this. He's very creative defensively, so I'm pretty sure he's got an idea of how he's gonna use him.
Yeah. Nick says, dude, his hard but can't cover a wet napkin. Said he like Jamal Adams without the injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You put him in the box and let him do his thing.
Yeah. Our prayers and thoughts and prayers go to Foster Moreau. He announces he has Hodgkin's lymphoma. Is that what Hodgkin's lymphoma? Cancer. He's gonna step away from football, basically to take on this battle, and then he'll return after that.
Yeah, signing with the Saints or trying to sign with the Saints could have saved his life.
Yeah. That's when he found it. Going through the physical. So
we've seen that before. We've seen that with like Nick Fairley and with some other players who, they sign with a team and the team doctors catch something that ultimately saves their life in a sense. So, yeah, like you said, prayers with him and hope he can whoop cancer, cancer.
Right. This is kind of a crossover. Jamar Cain, the former LSU defensive line coach, is going to the Denver Broncos as the pass rush specialist.
Man, Sean Payton keep missing, man. He keep meddling, bro. That dude, he signed Marquez Callaway, also from the Saints. So it's like, man, that dude keep trying. Any ties to Louisiana he can get, he gonna sign him. But LSU fan in me kind of disappointed because Jamar Cain shown on the recruiting trail how good he could be. We saw our defensive line improve as the season went on. Especially some of them younger guys. And I think he was, just getting to the development stage with some of the Quincy Wiggins and Savion Jones type guys. But I'm happy for him though, man. Like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for a coach to get a shot at the highest level. So I'm not mad at him for leaving, but the timing of it just kind of sucks because it's right, in the junior day time, and all that spring, especially spring practice. But as far as the recruiting aspect of it, I don't think the practice part is as important as the recruiting part and all those relationships he built and everything with this upcoming senior class. And a lot of these guys are making their decisions, about where they're gonna go to school before summertime, or during the summertime before their senior year. And so like now they don't know who their coach is going to be. So that could take be a big blow on recruiting. So that's my major aspect of it is what does it do for recruiting?
Yeah. Completely agree. Jamar Cain, I think on the field, we can find somebody to replace him. Somebody who can fill in and do an excellent job. Not saying what he did was saying easy job and it's just he's just easy road to field. Not saying that at all, but I think there are a lot of people can coach. A lot of people can coach. The biggest thing is, like you said, recruiting. There were a lot of battles we didn't think we were in, and he won. So especially when it came to out of state. He started bringing that out of state.
Deshaun Womack, man.
Deshaun Womack, Jackson Howard.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you had. I know we ended up losing them, but still,
Reed.
Mickens and Reed, he at one point in time you had arguably the best defensive line class in the country committed to LSU. So I mean, that's pretty it's a pretty big blow, man. But like, kudos to him, man. Best of luck to him, except for when they play the Saints.
Yeah. Any names that I'm not talking about what you've heard. I'm not talking about that because I know people have thrown names out there. There have been people who say, "Oh, this person's come." I'm not talking about that because I don't believe that's true. I think there are names that are probably on LSU's radar. We don't know them yet, but what are some names that you might be interested in seeing?
All right, Carl Dunbar from the Steelers. Wouldn't mind him. I saw Jason Taylor. Not that was actually, it would happen, but
that would be interesting.
That would be very interesting. But
I want to see Joy Taylor come too. She can help with the media aspect.
I'm cool on that. But
be a family affair.
As far as college, like Coastal Carolina D-line coaches who I want.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is Coastal Carolina has had D-linemen drafted in like 4 of the last 5 or something like that. 4 of the last 6, some ridiculous stat for a small school like that. You know what I mean? And it's, Josiah Stewart, Jerron Clark. I mean, they're, solid NFL caliber guys from a lower G5 school. If he had the talent that LSU brings in, I think he would be an amazing D-line coach.
Yeah. This ain't going to happen. But I think I would love to see Trey Scott, D-line coach at Georgia.
Oh, boy.
It ain't gonna happen, but I would love to see him.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring that caliber. What's called it? Chris say bring Brick Haley back. I don't know about Brick, but I wouldn't mind seeing Meatball come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's Dennis. For those you don't, Dennis Johnson. He's currently with Baylor. I think he'll be a good.
Will he come back though?
Edo ain't here.
Very good point.
Aliva not here.
Good point.
Les ain't here. So, yeah. Some other names that were floated around. Kyle Williams. But some people saying they don't know if he would. That might is that who's is he at? Where is he at? Is he at Ruston? I think that's who Chris said. Bring big guy from Ruston. Yeah. So Kyle Williams.
He not leaving.
Yeah. I'm a name I wouldn't mind seeing, but he wouldn't be a Brian Kelly hire though. Type hire would be Christian Lockacher. But he wouldn't be because although he has experience playing, he was a GA for a while. He's not that. I don't think he has that splash that Brian Kelly would look for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That money with perspective. Nah, bro. Kyle Williams he good, bro. Trust me. He ain't.
Yeah. Some people, I get that. Some people just want.
He ain't going nowhere. He don't want the grind that come with that, bro. Like he just, he wanted the high school coach. I mean, you coach 4 or 5 months after you chill till spring practice. You know what I mean? He don't want that grind of recruiting and all that, bro. He just chilling. That man made money, bro. He made plenty of money in the NFL, bro.
You gotta remember that's Chris. Chris, he think everything equate to money. It ain't money. Money ain't it?
That man chilling, bro. He got a young family too, bro. That man chilling.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of spring football, we do know LSU is in the middle of their spring practices. What is something you want to see from this spring?
Stay healthy. Honestly, I think this team is loaded. Um, I think we got all the pieces coming back that we need. We just need to make sure we stay healthy and no big major injuries and just kind of get the continuity and chemistry down. Just lay the foundation for the season. But I don't need to see nothing. I mean, I know I got a quarterback from both of the quarterbacks.
Mhm.
Um, you know what the running game is. I know you got Emery not gonna be in the spring game, but you still got, guys that you know what they bring to the table with the running game. You got guys you know what you're bringing at the receiver position. Offensive line is kind of set. You know what I mean? Like every position, you kind of know what you got, especially offensively. Defensively, I just want to see them kind of gel as a unit and stay healthy. And that's pretty much it.
All right. All right. I guess we move on to some baseball. I'm just playing. We ain't talking baseball. You ready, Ant?
Yeah, let's go.
Just playing. We're gonna talk baseball. Let's talk some baseball. I got something to say to y'all too. Some of y'all fans out there. Uh Game 1. LSU basically battled Arkansas, came down to going to extra innings. LSU and Arkansas went into actually it was what the bottom of the eighth. LSU down 1-0. We got a home run out of Brady Neal, if I'm not mistaken, of all people. Tie the game up. Base running errors ended that. And yeah, man. LSU ended up losing in the 11th. Not the 11th, the 10th. I'm sorry. In the 10th.
93 wins.
Yeah, because Arkansas unloaded and scored eight runs in the top of the 10th. LSU can only muster up 2 more, so they end up losing 9-3. Due to weather and stuff, LSU played a doubleheader yesterday, or the weather or the threat of inclement weather. And LSU came out and dominated both.
Yes, sir.
Both games. They run ruled Arkansas in the first game, so they can get a little extra rest. And they were 1 run away from run ruling them again in the second game.
Yeah. After that grand slam by Tommy Tanks, if they would have got one more across the board, it would have been over.
That would have been a short game. Arkansas could have got on the road a little bit early.
Yeah, but yeah, I get that's what makes LSU so dangerous, bro. Like you said, game 1, 3 runs. Barely it took 10 innings to score 3 runs. Next 2 games, we put up double digits on you. You know what I mean? And easily, quickly, and so many different guys can be a factor. And you seen obviously Dylan Cruz is Dylan Cruz, record-breaking pace right now. But Tommy Tanks with the grand slam. Trey Morgan got in on the action and hit a home run. You know what I mean? Yesterday. So you got, like you said, you mentioned Neal. You got Pearson. You got Beloso. You know what I mean? You got all of these guys who can step up to the plate at any given time and take 1 yard. So I mean, this lineup is that dangerous. And for a pitching staff that besides Skeens, it's kind of questionable. Them bats gonna keep them in every game.
You, and Julian on Wednesday show, we had a conversation about the fun in the game. We were mostly talking about MLB, but the fun in the game and the bat flips and stuff like that, and people, saying those unwritten rules that after Trey Morgan hit that home run, he stared it down a little bit. He walked, looked at the dugout, threw his bat, and was kind of talking to him around the bases. After he touched home plate, the umpire talked to him for a minute. I don't know. I don't know if it's come out what he said to him.
You know what it was.
But we know we kind of idea what it was about. So
don't look at it so long. That's what he told him. I get something of that nature. I guarantee.
Should that even be a concern of the umpire?
No, but that's baseball, bro.
Why is it
so like I mean, in a sense, because of the unwritten rules of baseball, it is the manager. I mean, the umpires. It should be his concern, because what happens next time Trey Morgan comes up to bat is he gets thrown at. You know what I mean? And then so now the umpire has to step in. So I guess you could say this is just the umpire, trying to be preventative. And I mean, just like in football, you would get in the first time they just jawing at each other, you would step in between them when it looks innocent, but you're trying to prevent something from happening later on in the game. So I guess it would be similar to that. So I guess you could say it's his concern to try to prevent something major from happening. But if it wasn't for the unwritten rules of baseball, he wouldn't have to be concerned about being preventative or you know stopping something from potentially happening in the next time Trey Morgan gets up the bat. If it wasn't for the rule that if you showboat, I get to throw at you. You know what I mean? Like
There was I got 2 points on this. There was I forget which team, but the I mean not the umpire, the coach, the pitcher, and the catcher all got ejected because a guy hit a home run. I get stared it down, and then the pitcher threw at him next time he was up. Immediately, all three of them got.
I mean, I saw this dude's crazy, but but I saw one where a dude kind of showboated and the pitcher tackled him when he was running third base. So I mean, like, I guess the umpire could just be trying to stop something like that from happening.
Yeah. Let me add, so I said I had 2 points. My second point. We know the NFL was called a no fun league, NFL, for a long time. When they allowed the celebrations and stuff, some fans didn't like it and stuff, but a lot of people actually watch it just to see kind of what's going to happen. When people score or when they, make a big sack and stuff, and they love these celebrations and stuff like that. If Major League Baseball or baseball as a whole could allow this kind of stuff, it might
make their fan base younger.
One of the biggest draws in baseball right now is the Savannah Bananas.
Oh my, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm finna. I want to put it. I think it's goofy. I think it's corny. But people,
that's an abomination of baseball.
They sell out. People, I mean,
yeah,
now, I'm not saying
they don't sell out for baseball, though, bro.
I'm not saying baseball.
That's like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not saying people should go. I mean, baseball should go that far as the fun, but let people have their time. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Like, to me, like we talked about Wednesday, just take notes from the WBC, take notes from the Caribbean series. You know what I'm saying? Take notes from note to where the baseball is elite. You know what I mean? And it's high quality baseball, but there's still passion. There's still there's still the freedom of expressing yourself as a player. And showing your emotion for the game. Like, there's ways the way you can still have high quality baseball, not the Savannah's, banana, whatever, not that kind of. But I get what you're saying though. Like, you have to have some kind of entertainment value to the sport also, and the entertainment comes from letting the players show their emotions, show their express. In the NBA, if every time somebody dunked the ball, they, they just had to run back down the court, it wouldn't be exciting. But whenever you get somebody dunks on somebody and they all that's what makes the fans excited. So
why do you go? That. You gotta have something, like you said. Why do people watch hockey or love going to a hockey game so much? They want to see the fights. Yeah, they want to see the fights. They want to see all that stuff. They want to see people get into it.
A different day, though.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, it's a no comment.
Totally different topic for a different day. But I have an issue with that as well.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I've got one too.
You don't find that suspicious?
But yeah. So I do want to say this. Get back to LSU. LSU fans after game one, middle of game one, all of game one, after game one, all the way up until probably second, third inning of game two. Full on meltdown.
Are you surprised though?
I'm not surprised. I'm just over it. I'm tired of it. It's stupid.
Man, I just expect it from now on, dog. So it don't even really bother me.
It is so aggravating to, we can't do this. Oh, we can't. I told y'all LSU wasn't gonna be good. We overrated. We overhyped.
Dave Van Horn better than Jay Johnson.
Bruh, stop. Why? People had a meltdown. People had a meltdown after we beat Texas A&M and lost to Texas A&M in game 3.
I mean, same situation, but reverse this series. You lose one game in the series and they act like you lost the series.
You know, we on pace for a 20-10 SEC conference record.
That's not good enough, man. 10 SEC losses. This is the greatest team ever assembled, man.
Ole Miss 0-6 in the SEC right now.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Hey, shout out to Ole Miss, bro. That's what y'all get for not playing Tech, not finishing that game versus Tech.
Yeah. Now, man, ask you this.
Yeah, you heard. That's right, son. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You feel strongly about that.
Yeah. Are you impressed by not just the win, but the way they won that series over Arkansas? Number 5 Arkansas at that.
Yeah, bro. Like dude crazy. But yeah, I am though. Like I said, being able to, I know you run rule them only once, but I'm gonna just say run rule them twice because you know what I mean. But you was in position to run rule them twice. Like you don't do that to top 5 teams back to back games like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's just unheard of. Arkansas ain't no slouch. Like, and I know somebody said that they must not be very good. No, they're a top 5
That's
team.
another.
Like,
that's another thing. Yes,
you can't say that they're not very good whenever they beat us. You know what I mean? And then turn around and have they're great whenever we beat them. No, I mean Arkansas is a good team, and they showed. I mean they showed it Friday whenever they was able to put up 8 runs in 1 inning. You know what I mean? Like they showed what they're capable of, and LSU silenced them bats pretty much the next 2 games and went on a bonanza of their own. So I mean, it just shows how potent LSU is. And at any given time, they could put up a 10-piece easily.
I just want to put this out there. Tennessee did bounce back this weekend. So they're 3-3 in the conference.
Who they beat?
You're gonna make me look it up. Who they play this week? Texas A&M.
They got oh man, that's LSU fans finna melt about that.
Mm-hmm. So
we couldn't sweep Texas A&M, but Tennessee can.
Yeah. So but you got
Kentucky.
Kentucky is 5-1. South Carolina is 6-0. Vandy is 6-0. Ole Miss and Mississippi State both are 0-6. State of Mississippi is not ready for SEC.
Yeah, Southern Miss the best school in Mississippi right now.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying.
Yeah. In the top in SEC West, you got LSU and Arkansas. LSU is 4-2. Arkansas is 4-2, and you gave them 2.
Yep.
And then on the east side, you got 6-0, 6-0, 5-1, 5-1. South Carolina, Vandy, Kentucky, and Florida, respectively. So
yeah.
Let me ask you this: is Kentucky a baseball school now?
You petty, boy. You petty.
I'm just saying they obviously. I mean,
boy, you petty.
I'm saying
I gotta see what they do.
I gotta see what they do.
I gotta see what they do against Vandy first.
Calipari said they're a basketball school.
I gotta see what they do against Vandy first because
Ain't
both of them lost to
Vandy
Vandy this year. Both of them lost to Vandy this year. So I gotta see what the baseball team do versus Vandy.
That's good. That's good. That's a very good point. When do they play? When do they play? Let us find out. So
Vandy about to take over Lexington and Vanderbilt North.
You say I'm petty. You say I'm petty. They don't play them till late April.
Okay, well we'll figure out their baseball school in April.
Mm-hmm.
If they take a series from Vandy, their baseball school.
All right.
Even if they lose every game from now until then, if they get a series over Vandy, their baseball school.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look who this. Who LSU got coming up next? They got Nichols on Tuesday. Then they got South Carolina coming in on Thursday. That's gonna be a big series.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. Yeah,
Another big series.
that could change the standings of the SEC.
Oh, I'm tripping. I am. My bad, y'all. My bad. They got Grambling on Tuesday. Then they got Tennessee.
I thought they had. Yeah, I thought they.
I jump all over. They got Tennessee, and then they got
Nichols.
Nichols. Then they got South Carolina.
Yeah,
so.
skip through it. Oh, so either way though, either way you got the next 2 weeks. You got 2 top-notch opponents that
currently number 12 and then number 11. Yeah, you get Tennessee at home, and then you get South Carolina at South Carolina.
Which is kind of beneficial to LSU because the South Carolina field is tiny.
Yes, so it is.
You might see a lot of bombs that weekend.
Yes, it is. That was another thing LSU can't hit.
Oh yeah, they can't hit. Right.
Jordan Thompson wants me to let y'all know that in a couple years. Get off his nuts because he doing it this year. That man been playing locking down shortstop, and people was complaining, talking about him. Yeah, what you guys say now? That man been holding it down.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, especially defensively. Especially defense.
Yeah, so all right, man. Now for real this time. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get it. All right. We both got good ones. I'll let you go first, though.
Oh, you gonna let me go first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first because I'm finna get the people going. It's provocative.
It's provocative. All right.
Wrong
person. Yeah. All right. So I'm calling out Jim Larnagher, the head coach of the Miami Hurricane basketball team. For those of y'all who don't know, Jim Larnagher is 37 years head coach in college basketball, and he's never been fired ever as a head coach. I mean, as a head coach or as an assistant. He was assistant in Virginia, then he got a head coaching gig, bounced around to couple small G5 schools. Was the head coach of George Mason whenever they went on the Final Four run that first time in the tournament. 17 years ago to the day today that he makes his second Final Four appearance with Miami, taking them to the Final Four for the first time in their career. Jim Larnagher has a 60% winning percentage in his career. 60% winning percentage. He's won over almost 700 games in his career. He's 70-something years old, and nobody ever brings his name up as one of the best coaches in college basketball. He has consistently been a good coach. You don't win 60% of your games without being a good coach. He's won 30 games. He's won 27 games multiple times in his career, and he never gets the credit he deserves. Taking 2 teams to the Final Four at non-traditional basketball powers, George Mason, and a football school or baseball school in Miami. I mean, that's unheard of. And then not getting the recognition you deserve just makes it even more tremendous. So kudos to you, Jim Larnagher. I mean, you like the granddaddy that we all, should be rooting for. 74 years old, still out here getting it done. But, kudos to you. And in a profession where you're starting to see coaches get out earlier and earlier, Coach K, Roy Williams, Jay Wright, we've seen Boeheim retire now, Mike Bay retired this year. So you're starting to see more and more coaches leave, but yet Jim Larnagher, 74 years old, still getting it done. So salute to you, Coach, and best of luck in the Final Four.
That man got some dance moves too. I don't know if you saw him. He was getting his dance on.
Well, yeah, that was dance moves from the 20s, the 1920s.
I was gonna say 18. All right, all right, fellas, ladies, what we all been waiting for. Yo, LSU Fighting Tigers, Lady Tigers are going to the Final Four for the first time since 2008? Wow. Some of y'all kids weren't even alive back then. But they heading there, man. Congratulations to Kim Mulkey. She said it was going to take some time to get it done. She did it in year 2. Um, I'll say this: as loud and wrong as Chris has been, that's one thing he said. He said he think LSU women can get it done this year, and he was right. So far, they've gotten it done. They've gotten a lot further than people predicted. Uh, Fans kind of blew up when LSU would drop in the polls, but it don't matter, man. You go out there and you perform, and that's what our ladies have done. Uh, they have overcome several different adversities, whether it be poor shooting nights, whether it be as some may say, inexperience or youth. They've gotten it done, man. Congrats to Kim Mulkey, her staff, Angel Reese, Alexis Morris, uh, Flau'Jae, LaDasia Williams, Samaya Smith, who had a wonderful game today. She was a big presence on the glass. She was a big presence as a rim protector, and she's only a freshman. Ladies and gentlemen, it only gets better from here. Next year, you bringing in arguably two of the best big women in the game from this class, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna do some things. They're gonna help. You can't do nothing but build and go from here. So congratulations. Oh, Nick got jokes. Said Pew was 40 when they last won. That's amazing. Nick, don't make me get on you. Don't make me get on you.
Ask Nick how old he was last time the Suns won.
I ain't gotta ask that. I already know the answer. But it's all good, man. Congratulations to our Lady Tigers. Kudos, hats off.
Yeah, man. I said I didn't think they was gonna get done this year. I admit it. Would be nice. It would be nice. I ain't gonna lie. It would be, definitely a year or two earlier than I thought, but shows how good Kim is, man. But if they could do that now, just imagine when they get their recruiting class, when they get
Man, listen.
Whew.
It is the talent, man. It's coming. This is just a dream place to play, man. You had all the celebrities that was calling 2 Chains, Boosie, Wayne, everybody, young boy, NBA young boy. You know he gonna stay close to the program, but
he gonna try to at least. But nah, man, that just like you got Kim a celebrity. You know what I mean? And so you bring even more, star power to the program. The ladies on the court, they got star power in their own right with obviously Angel Reese, but Flau'Jae is a star as well, and for different reasons, but she's a star. And so, when you have a team that has star power and a coach who has probably more star power, it's just, it's a recipe for the stars to come out to watch. So it doesn't surprise me that you got this kind of attraction. You look at it, you got Wayne shouting out the University of Miami teams. You got it's for me as a basketball fan, and especially a women's basketball fan. I'm just glad to see that much attention on the women's tournament.
Yeah. Champ D says South Carolina is still going to win it all, and that's fine.
I
Look,
agree.
This year, I can't, if South Carolina win it all, saying kudos to them, man. LSU getting there is a big feat for right now. I think this won't be their last time getting there. Build off of this, man. Build off of this. Things gonna happen. Nephew over there, he yelling, he mad because
he mad because you said South Carolina gonna win it out, man.
I ain't say that. I ain't say it. I said
you read it though. That's what I'm saying.
I read it. Yeah, I understand. I get it. You know what I'm mad about, nephew? I'm mad that Nick on here trying to talk about me, knowing his mustache made out of armpit hair. First of all,
wow.
Don't be coming on here talking about
me. Wow,
that.
shots fired.
But nah, man.
Shots
Nick,
fired.
I'm gonna leave Nick alone, man. He over there defending this country, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, ain't defending nothing but that plate of tacos or whatever his wife just made.
You and them them other little Siemens out there.
That man ain't doing nothing. That man is getting fat. That's all Nick doing. That's my dog, though, man. I appreciate y'all all for watching and tuning in, though, man.
Yeah, we do. Man, I ain't got much else, man. We have to get up out of here, man. I got spring break this week, man. I didn't realize that the kids got spring break.
I'm praying for you. Pray for me. I gotta go to
I'm
the
going.
doctor tomorrow.
I'm going in the office.
I went to the doctor tomorrow. Hopefully they let your boy off work for about a week and a half. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I feel you,
But
man.
probably she gonna probably be like, nah, I can't.
I'm a we might have to miss a show this week. I don't know for sure. I don't know because I gotta see. I
mean, I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? I'm the last one to talk. You know what I mean?
It don't matter. I mean, y'all go back and watch. If we do, y'all go back and watch another one. You know what I'm saying? Watch one of the last ones we did or something.
If we do miss one, then we'll make it up to you. We'll do a Twitter space or something.
We'll
to make it up.
Something, figure it out.
You know. We ain't gonna leave y'all hanging like that, you know.
Yeah. So
we know y'all be missing us and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yep. It be like we get messages. We be like, man, when y'all gonna do another show?
Where y'all been at, man?
I ain't got nothing else to watch. I ain't got nothing to do. I be like, Nick, go watch the Suns. They losing again.
I'm like, dang, man, you know, I ain't got nobody to talk to in the comments. You know.
Chris Paul, a good point guard.
Don't nobody make fun of me no more, man.
We're gonna have to start calling Nick San Diego Chris. San Diego Chris.
Oh man,
that boy out there putting putting chickpeas on his donut.
We need to ask Nick who gonna win these UFC fights coming up next weekend. Ooh. And then bet against
them. All right, man. Hey man, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Go ahead and get up out of here. We'll be back sometime this week, not next week. But y'all know what it is. Like that, we got.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.